Hey there, everybody. I hope you're having a good day. I've been having a pretty good day in my little corner of the world. I hope you've been having a good day in your little corner of the world. I've been thinking about the term sacrament, the word sacrament. And the word sacrament comes from the Latin word sacramentum, and sacramentum means sacred oath. Now, many religious organizations employ these rituals, which they call sacraments, and specifically the Catholic Church, and I'm very familiar with the Catholic Church because, like I've talked about in different videos, I grew up Catholic, and, my grandmother was Catholic, and so I was very influenced by that. I no longer identify with Catholicism, but I do see the deeper beauty behind it, the purpose and the goal of Catholicism to allow the seeker to have a relationship with God. And of course, religion gets corrupted all the time because it's created by man. Doesn't matter what religion you think of. Hinduism, Catholicism, any other sect of Christianity, Islam, it all gets corrupted because somebody in power wants more power and wants to subjugate people and things like that. Anyway, in the Catholic Church, they have these rituals they call sacraments. I think there are 7 or 8 sacraments. Sacrament of baptism, reconciliation, Eucharist, marriage, holy orders, and anointing of the sick. And I think I'm missing another one. But basically, you can get all of them except one. So if you choose the sacrament of marriage, then you can't do the sacrament of holy orders, because the holy orders is the sacrament of holy orders is only for priests. But anyway, enough of this Catholic Church sacrament talk. That's not the point. In the Catholic Church, I want to focus on the Eucharist, the sacrament of the Eucharist. In the Catholic Church, when the priest is in Mass and he blesses the bread and wine, it is believed that something called transfiguration happens. And they call it the transfiguration of the body and blood of Christ. So basically, Catholics literally believe that the bread and the wine that is being blessed by the priest is turning into the flesh and blood of Christ. So when they eat the bread and drink the wine, they're actually eating the flesh and the blood of Christ. So each sacrament in the Catholic Church has a purpose, and the purpose is transformation, right? When you receive the Eucharist, you are transforming yourself and having a deeper connection with Jesus, and in their belief, you're having a deeper connection with God, right? So I'm giving you this context of the Catholic Church. I'm very familiar with it because I grew up in that. But I want to talk about sacraments in the context of the spiritual seeker. And I don't want to sound cringe by using the term spiritual seeker, but I can't think of another term. If somebody knows a less corrupted term, or a term that isn't laden with meaning or can get misinterpreted into woo-woo stuff, then please let me know. But anyway, by spiritual seeker, I mean somebody that is seeking to know themselves, their true selves, who you are outside of your body, your identity, where you're from, where you were born, who your friends are, who your family is, your skin color, your religion, all of that. just really getting to know the core of who you are is what I would define as somebody who is a spiritual seeker, somebody that wants, and there are different kinds of spiritual seekers that I've come across in my life. Some of the spiritual seekers are looking for themselves, but they're also looking for a deeper connection with the divine. And some spiritual seekers that I've met on my journey are just looking for the self, like what the self is, without caring about the divine or anything. But for me, I guess I've always been inclined to believe in the divine. I was atheist for a while, and then I had some really wacky experiences in my life, and then I became agnostic, and then I had some really wacky experiences in my life, and then was like, I really do believe in God. Not because somebody told me, not because I read it somewhere, not because a guru told me that that was the case, but because I had a direct experience with God. And I think that was my sacrament. And like I said in the beginning of the video, sacrament comes from the term sacramentum, which means sacred oath. And I think for me, the sacrament that I try to receive daily is to live authentically and be present in this moment and just live my life. See that this moment is part of the fabric of existence. And so when I tap back into that, and I remember that sacred oath that this moment is all there is, and my life is in this moment, the spirit is in this moment, I feel a connection to the divine. Or it's not that I feel a connection to the divine, I just remember the divine, and then I remember that I am the divine. You know, because I think that all of us that are seeking something deeper in our lives, and, you know, like I said, that everybody is different, and so everybody is seeking something different, right? And what they think they need in their lives, or what they want to know about themselves or about the world. But ultimately, it's just this, for me, remembrance of God. And so because we live our busy lives and we have things to do and we have to deal with the drama of life, we might forget this sacred moment, right? We might forget the sanctity of the now, the divinity of the now. And so implementing sacraments into your life can allow you to awaken your awareness again, tap back into that, because I know I forget all the time that this moment is sacred. Whatever moment I am, chaos or flow or joy or depression, the moment I am in right now is sacred, because my spirit is here and my life is here, and my spirit is leading this moment. It's becoming aware of this moment. It is this moment. So it's just this, the sacrament allows you, that sacred oath allows you to remember the sacredness of the divine, which is you. Or, I mean, I don't claim to know the answers to reality or to this life. I really don't know. I'm only postulating from my own experience and the things that I've been through in my life. But again, this is my own belief system, and this is my experience in this reality, in this dimension, 3D dimension, right? And you will have your own unique experience, and that's beautiful, and that's necessary. God needs to know itself through your experience, through your own unique experience, not through Jesus's unique experience, not through Richard Alpert, not through Alan Watts. They had their own unique experience in this reality. Now you have to have your own, right? So I encourage anybody that is a spiritual seeker to look into sacraments. And those could be any kind of ritual that you want to implement into your life. That could be meditation. That could be some kind of like ritual where you're lighting candles or burning incense or going out on nature walks, going out camping. It could be writing. It could be painting for you. It could be making jewelry, something that tunes you into your essence. And that ritual will become your sacrament, your sacred oath that reminds you about the divine, who the divine is, and connects you to the divine, or rather taps you back into the divine. So, I hope you have a beautiful life, and I hope you keep on tapping into the divine every single moment of your life. Peace and love. Bye.